Let me turn the game off real quick. Not this game, but good. Okay. I'll be there in just a second. There it is.
I was trained in slow-mo mode, but long story short, really looking forward to the future here. In fact, I got a few on my shelf that I'm like looking at right now. All right, potential, but yeah, Addis Dominus still going on. I think they're on chapter 9, chapter 10 out of 16 chapters, so we're almost going to be looking at the final bracket here, which I think is going to be great. I hope it gets streamed by somebody, anybody. Also want to just go ahead and announce, guys, that Soy Sauce is pretty much, I don't know if I want to say Merkin, but he's doing well. He's in first place here for Heatwave Havoc, so good job to Soy Sauce for that. And also we do have I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my chat right now and I got a very random thing. How many NFC tags do you have? I mean, like blank NFC tags, not a lot, but you know, as far as just NFC tags in general, quite a bit. Also Combine is in the chat. What's up? Yeah, just trying to do like 10 things at once here, my bad. But oh,
I've been here for like the past 10 minutes. Hi.
Okay, my bad. What's up, Orchid?
Hi, how's it going?
Going good. Actually, let me go ahead and stream Sept here. There we go, stream Sept here. And we're gonna go ahead and full screen that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Orchid, the leader, ambassador, just straight up bad bitch for the Schmorkid stream. How are you doing today, Orchid?
I'm doing great. I am on day 9 of 10 of the charity event I've been hosting. And it's
awesome.
It's pretty great. We're on the last group for our bracket before we go into the final bracket of 207 Amiibo.
Nice. Yeah, that's really why I wanted to bring you on, to kind of tell us a little bit more about the charity event you're doing, because it's, you know, it's barely, I don't even know if we can really just call it an event. That doesn't do it justice. It's been a charity monstrosity. I mean, 9 days in a row, and is this going to be the very last day for this event, or?
No, tomorrow's the last day.
Tomorrow is the last day. Okay,
So
and
it'll be
how
10
much
days.
money have you?
We've raised $111 so far.
Okay, yeah.
For Justice for Children, which is a nonprofit in Austin, Texas, to help fight child abuse, to help support those kids who have suffered from child abuse from their families or from other ones. It's something I've personally experienced, and something my little siblings still experience. So it's something I am really passionate about.
Oh, wow, I really had no idea, and I'm really sorry to hear about that. But yeah, if tomorrow is the last day, you know, I think I might jump on your stream for a little bit, maybe throw a little more cheddar towards the charity. Definitely.
That would be super appreciated. I'm sure that it will go towards really good hands.
For sure. Well, you know, Orchid, I'm a little unorganized here, because normally when we have a guest come on, my first question is, you know, who are you? So can you tell us in your own words, who is Orchid?
I am a very scatterbrained person. I'm an artist. I'm a writer. I am a video editor, game developer, a streamer. I'm just a whole grab bag of some nonsense. But I stream Amiibo as well as a lot of other games over on my Twitch channel at Schmorkid. But I've also been working on a few projects as of late. When I was a kid, I did game development, but then I kind of stopped. I've recently gone back to it with a project I've been working with some people from the Amiibo scene, such as Staples, Nubinator, called Land, Sea, and Air Hockey.
Yeah, what? Could you give us a little more detail on that?
It is it is like an arcade style game where it's you and one other person kind of playing virtual air hockey, but it's got like powers and abilities, kind of like the Mario sports titles. Like in Mario
Okay.
Sluggers, you have like your special where if you're Daisy, you can like throw a ball that kind of spawns a little gate, or if you're Birdo, you can kind of suck the ball back in for a little bit. It's kind of like that, but the abilities are really wacky.
Oh, that actually sounds like a hell of a lot of fun, and the fact that air hockey's been around for just decades now, and no one's really tried to up the ante or do anything new to it. That's pretty big brain of you.
Yeah, it's been I started developing it last September, so it's almost a year now since it's been in development. And there's been a lot going on in my life, so obviously it's not as developed as I would hope it to be, but we're hoping to get a demo out by Halloween.
Nice, nice. I would totally love to demo that, definitely. But yeah, as far as your Amiibo journey here, can you take me back to really your first Amiibo and your first really impression of Amiibo?
So I am a Captain Kitty. I came to the Amiibo scene from one of Captain Kidd's videos. It was like about like I can't remember which tournament, but it had like Omega Luigi as the star of the video, and then there was like a link to Amiibo Fight Club. So I was like, hey, I'll join this server. And then I trained my own Luigi Amiibo, Hello Mario, and it was history ever since.
Nice, nice. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't he the one to put on the tournament with the highest prize pool?
Captain Kidd?
Yeah.
I
Or am
I,
I?
I believe so. I wouldn't be I'm currently not a connoisseur of Captain Kidd anymore, but I was invited to a vanilla tournament he did a few years back. That's cool.
Oh, nice, nice. Well, Orchid, I know we actually did a collaboration here together. That was basically your stream versus my stream, and we made it interesting, but in the end, you guys won. So, congratulations
with the
on that,
power
man.
of friendship and love and wokeness.
I think you're forgetting imagination and creativity too.
And being gay, I guess.
So, I mean, it seems like you've had a lot of moments in Amiibo, and luckily, I've been able to share at least one or two here with you. But could you share with us really a moment? It could be tournament, any kind of Amiibo kind of event that really stands out to you the most.
I would have to say, well, I have two answers. I have the cop out answer, I have the shill answer, and I have like the genuine answer. I think I'll express both of them. So, back in I believe it was 2021, we had a tournament in AFC hosted by a fellow friend of mine, HBH. He hosted a tournament in AFC, and I had entered a pretty silly Donkey Kong that uses a method that I had dubbed the Cataquack method, where it goes for ding dongs and up Bs and all that jazz. This was back in 2021, way before like up B on Donkey Kong was popularized. I was doing it way back then on some sillier amiibo. I had this Donkey Kong named Alpha Seth Rogen, and it had actually went on to win the tournament, which really goes to show that there's a lot you can do with amiibo outside of like the optimal norm. Like, I just remember that tournament was so awesome just playing through.
Nice, nice. It's funny you bring that up. I remember actually, I mentioned him earlier on this broadcast. Actually, my K. Rool Ecstasy Albert. What I did was making him, I put it to slow mo and did a method called Moonwalk method. I don't know if you ever heard of that or not, but
Oh, I had not.
yeah, it's interesting. I guess really it was initially just theorized to raise Paint Master value pretty easily. But long story short, I did this weird thing, and then all of a sudden he's like at the top of Amiibots in like not even a week. So the Amiibo doctor actually was like, so what was once the norm is no longer the norm. The weird thing is now the norm, and kind of goes to your point. When you do something silly in Amiibo, it could actually really work for you, but it
Yeah.
also could become the norm now.
Yeah, absolutely. I've done like a few things like researching like these little side ventures in Amiibo. I labbed out a lot of the item spirits. I labbed out a lot of the unobtainable spirits. I found out about Fist and Foot as well as Fire and Ice, and created like biblical builds of Amiibo. And then people started eventually using that in AFC, and we had to ban it almost immediately. That was a fun little thing. It reminds me, Staples, about your moonwalk thing. Staples had something similar that he kind of coined with Peach and Daisy that he calls agriculture method, where it uses two unobtainable spirits, item attack up and item attack up, which when paired together would provide a 2.52 times attack boost to items. So he had the idea, hey, let's use this with Peach and have her spam turnips, which, if you know, it's a bit difficult to teach Peach and Daisy to kind of just spam turnips. But then I tried the idea, and what I did was I set the launch rate to 2.0 and then did that, and it ended up working miraculously. I have a Peach that is agriculture build, and it is really good. I believe, it beat a Pokemon trainer with triple fire and ice, believe it or not. So it's
Wow.
really impressive.
No, yeah, that's nothing to sneeze at. But yeah, when you say it's tough to really teach the spams, it kind of takes me back to when, gosh, this was either Soy Sauce or Rap Jam's YouTube. So I apologize to either of those guys, if one's taking credit here, but I saw just this crazy Peach Amiibo combo with Turn Up, and it was like, wow, that was able to be taught. So I mean, yeah, the turn up is definitely something that can be viable, but also I just am afraid when teaching vegetable to my Peach Amiibo, she's gonna spam it. So I usually just kind of sprinkle that in every now and again. But yeah, as far as the agriculture method, I've never really heard that one before, and this was just really coined by Staples, you said?
Yeah, Stables kind of labbed it out. He was in his little mad scientist lab, just throwing things together, and then I came in and just made it work.
Yeah, I really appreciate Staples going into his mad scientist phases because he brings some hits from that.
Yeah, all the little homunculuses he makes are really funny to see, especially when they work decently.
So, I mean, Orchid, you've had a great history here in Amiibo, so we got to ask, I mean, before we ask really what's next for Schmorkid Stream, what is next for Orchid the Amiibo trainer?
So I have trained 201 amiibo up to this point. I think a little bit more than that.
That's a lot.
Yes, I've trained every character, and I am looking to train an amiibo I'm looking to have every spirit in the game on an amiibo at one point. Like, I have a checklist. I'm like halfway through, and I have that other half to go. There's like around 256 spirits in total. I want to use all of them, even the ones that don't actually do anything, like chase offense up, which I've already used, and activities up, which I think I've already used on the same character.
For sure. Well, good luck with that. I mean, personally, I would just like to stick with stuff in game, but I would also like to try and some new stuff in game on Amiibo at some point. But I'm more really looking into optimal stuff at the moment. But
Oh yeah.
I do want to ask though, what is next for Schmorkage Stream? Because Schmorkage Stream is kind of popping off, it feels like.
I would disagree, but thank you. Um, After this charity event, after tomorrow, I'm going to take a little bit of a break to focus on Lancey and air hockey because I really want to get a demo out by Halloween. That's my goal for the year. Get this out by Halloween. Not necessarily a full release, but like a demo to gauge interest.
Right on, right on. All right, well, Orchid, I know you're actually probably streaming still right now, so
Oh, I'm
we're gonna
setting
go
up
ahead.
matches right now.
Oh, nice, nice. So I just got one more question here. We're gonna let you get back to your matches here. As far as the Amiibo community as a whole, in fact, you know what? I'm gonna make this a two-part question here for you. So as far as the Amiibo community as a whole, one, who are some trainers that you think are really stepping up their game and are gonna take, just they're gonna be big? Like, who are some up and comers that you really got your eye on right now?
I would have to say Nubinator for sure. He's got
Yeah.
a very competitive spirit, and he's absolutely going to win more tournaments in the future if he puts his mind to it, and I think he will. He's got a very competitive mindset. Another one is JA9K. I think he's gotten really good as an amiibo trainer as of late. Even in the charity major alone, he has several amiibo in the final bracket, which I just think is impressive. There's this trainer called Salty. They've got a Pac-Man in the final bracket, which I just think is insane. What is Pac-Man doing up here with all these A+ tiers? Nerf is a good friend of mine. They've also been playing a lot with so more of the skeleton of amiibo training with seeing specific values, see what they do. Truly crafting the perfect amiibo. And I would like to give a shout out to MJ, a very good friend of mine. I started teaching them how to train amiibo, and they have 3 amiibo in this tournament, and I don't think any of them got past to the final bracket, but I still think they're very sweet.
Right on, right on. Yeah, as far as a Pac-Man in final bracket, that is pretty crazy. So as far as the Amiibo community, and you could go as controversial with this as you want to. I'm okay with it, but if you could change one thing about the entire Amiibo community, what would it be?
Oh, this is a good one. All right, I have a few answers for this.
Okay, we got time.
I think there should be more people streaming amiibo.
Yes.
I think the scene would definitely benefit from that. I think people should get more experimentational with amiibo
Okay. Yeah.
because we see a lot of variety with stuff like that, and I think it's always healthy to try something new. Even if it's silly, even if it's not optimal, even if your triple improved escape Mewtwo goes 1 and 2 in a 12 amiibo bracket. It's always nice to see these things get tried out. And another thing, I think more charity events should be held in this community. I really hope that I'm kind of breaking new ground here, and it'll inspire some of the other creators in this field to start helping the causes they care about.
Yeah, right on, right on. I mean, we actually did do a charity event Amiibo fight back in, gosh, what was that? Almost a year ago, something like that, for our 500 followers, and
Oh, that's
we
nice.
raised around. Yeah, we did it for St. Jude. We raised around $200, and this also came from me just matching whatever everybody just went into, and yeah, it was a nice event there.
Yeah, it sounds like it's about time you do another one.
Gosh, I just gotta find the time, man. Um,
There's always time for charity.
True, true. Yeah. I mean, also, I want to do it better. I want to do
Oh,
it
for
better.
sure.
So, it wouldn't hurt actually for me to go back to that VOD and be like, what did we do right and what can we do better? And that's what I really feel like us in the community, or I strive for that, is just, hey, improvement is a real thing. Don't ever feel like you're perfect or you're good where you are. You can always be getting better.
Oh, absolutely. I know my streams are terrible.
No, they are not
Yeah,
terrible.
have you? Okay. When was the last time you sat through and watched an entire Schmorked VOD?
A whole Okay,
Start to
dude, I
finish,
don't even
all the warts, all the jokes and all. We
I'm,
joke
I'm
about some crazy stuff. I don't
I
know.
know I know you do, but you know what? That's what makes the content, and not only just content, special and sentimental to you, because you're gonna be 40, 50 years old, and you're gonna watch these VODs and be like,
Oh,
"Them's
Brad
were the
Birdo
good
is
old
so
days."
funny. Whoa.
Exactly, and I've seen a lot of streams. Trust me, you engage with your audience, you have a great personality, which is what really brings people back to a stream. So you're doing good. You just, again,
I
there's always
appreciate
room
that.
for improvement.
I do really do appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem at all, Orchid. And again, like I said earlier, you were actually one of the first people to want to collaborate with me. So, I really appreciate that, and just kind of, really humbling us in that crew battle. I I didn't expect to lose, but
Yeah, honestly, who I think it was JA9K's Pichu Cheez-Its that beat that Sephiroth. And I think they beat another amiibo too. That was so impressive. I gotta give him my shout outs for that too.
JA is just, he's on another level. So when I beat him, I'm like, oh my gosh, I did something here. All right, well, Orchid, I'm gonna let you get back to your charity event, and everybody, let's give a round of applause. I know Orchid can't hear it, but they'll feel it in spirit. A round of applause for Orchid, and make sure to follow Schmorkid Stream on Twitch. And in fact, do you have a YouTube?
I do. I have the main channel, which is for highlights, and I have a VOD channel, where you can watch the full stream VODs.
I gotta get my VOD channel set up. I've been meaning to do that for a month, but
It's great for preservation purposes because you'll have people 12 years from now commenting,
Mhm.
"Wow, this guy sucks at amiibo," in the comments, and you'll be showing these comments to your kids and be like, "Look at that guy."
That's probably the guy who thinks his Incineroar amiibo with super armor is the strongest amiibo in the world.
Yeah, I do have one thing I want to promote, if you
Sure,
will
go
let
for it.
me. So,
Definitely.
me and Staples have subscriber amiibo tournaments that happen monthly. They are Oasis, which is mine, and Stasis, which is Staples. He does his at the middle of the month. I do mine at the end of the month. The next one I'm going to be hosting is going to be at the end of September. It's going to be doubles. So if
Ooh.
anyone is interested in supporting the channel or getting your amiibo in a bracket, definitely subscribe. You get access to the Discord server. You get to help choose the rules for the next Oasis tournament, and you'll be able to put in some hopefully fun amiibo.
Totally, totally. It's funny. I was thinking to myself, I feel like I got some Twitch subscriptions that I'm just not really using as much anymore. So maybe, unsubscribe from them, follow your stream, have a fun, wacky 2v2 tour. In fact, what is the tier list restriction for that 2v2?
Like I said, this is the subscribers make up the rules. So maybe become a subscriber and talk amongst the others. See who gets banned.
All
I
right.
think usually Incineroar, Kazuya, absolutely like the highest of basically nothing lame. I guess.
All right, all right. Yeah, I would probably suggest A. Maybe we'll go A plus and lower. It's just I'm a little hesitant because I know everyone's got like a really funny or really good King DDD that just thwomps my amiibo. So maybe we will just keep it A and lower.
Hey, DDD can be funny.
I gotta train a DDD sometime. I feel like I'm getting to that point where I'm ready for the penguin.
I think what you gotta do is, so one thing DDD probably maybe totally really struggles with is getting grabbed. So I think what you should do is train a King DDD with triple improved escape. That way he will always escape from getting grabbed. So he's immune to throws.
That is actually pretty funny. I mean, some amiibo trainers, I feel like they don't really throw a lot of grab into their amiibo, but some of them do. So that actually does seem pretty viable, especially if especially if I just spam app tilt with this thing, because that's what I see a lot of pretty talented King DDDs too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, Orchid, again, thank you so much for dropping by. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Miss Orchid.
Thank you. I will see you all hopefully soon. Have a good one.
Definitely. In fact, Orchid, just before you go, Amiibo Fight is holding a B+ and lower vanilla 2v2 tour, so keep that in mind.
All right, you hear that? You hear that, Schmorkid viewers? Sign up to that.
Definitely. We're getting some good competition so far. Everybody's getting teams together, so also no Meta Knight. We did vote out Meta Knight, just an FYI.
All right, so enter suboptimal Meta Knight since it's not the meta. All right.
All right. Well, take it easy, Orchid. This was fun, and can't wait to collab again with you, Staples, Nubinator, the gang, really.
The gang, the crusty crew, even.
Just make sure Staples stops beefing.
Whoop beefing. Hey, SpongeBob. Wah, wah. My throat is so dry. I need to go get a drink. Be right back.